Hello everybody, my YouTube followers, and anybody who stumbles across this video. So what I'm going over tonight is my another homebrew I have. This is my Black Amber Ale. Now, few things here. I've only made this beer twice ever, and both times were on my 20-gallon system. This is the first time I've ever made it with malt extract and 5 gallons. Oh, and another thing, I use a different yeast. The reason why is because the yeast I normally use, I didn't have it. And even though I was at the brew store, it's like, you know what, nah, I'm gonna try something different this time. I already had the yeast I'm using now. I bought it on clearance. So I'm just gonna try different yeast, experiment, see what I think of it. So the Black Amber Ale recipe, I actually came up with it. I didn't copy it, didn't modify it. It's my creation from about 2 years ago, 2015, I think, right around there. Took me about 2 weeks to come up with it, just playing around with different ideas and going over different malts and seeing what I could come up with. So aside from the base malt, the 2-row or Pilsner, which I've always used 2-row in it, I'm thinking of switching Pilsner. I'm going to give a quick rundown of the recipe. So this particular one's 4 pounds of liquid malt extract, but the actual specialty malt, 1/2 pounds of Munich to give it maltiness, 1 pound of Crystal 80, dark caramel toffee, burnt raisin sugars, plum, flaked oats for creaminess, aromatic gives intensely malty flavor and increased body a little bit, honey malt, 8 ounces of honey malt to give it a little bit of a honey sweetness. I didn't use real honey because it's expensive, and real raw honey tends to dry beer out. Honey malt gives a honey flavor. 1/2 pound of midnight wheat, which is one of my favorites. It's a dark malt and it's not bitter, it's not astringent, no coffee, no roasted. I really like it. And 8 ounces of Special B, which also gives dark fruit flavors. Now, the hop bill is a little complex. I use 2 ounces of Cascade at 60 minutes, 1 ounce of Ahtanum at 5 minutes, and then a dry hop with 1 ounce each of Amarillo and Cascade. So the Cascade gives grapefruit, sometimes lemonade, depending who you ask. Amarillo, I've sometimes had orange out of it or lemon. It varies a little bit. And the Ahtanum, let me look that one up again because I should know that one off the top of my head. I haven't used it so long. Ahtanum hops. I should know this. Earthy citral florist grapefruit. I knew it was citrus. I was trying to be more specific. Okay, grapefruit, but I've used it before and I don't remember getting grapefruit out of it. So, and then the yeast I normally use is 1272, but that's American ale, but this time I went with 1099 Whitbread because I had it and I'm like, I'm going to try something new. Now, the negative note is that I don't know what the alcohol content is because as I was brewing today, and I actually took some videos of that, which I'm going to post as soon as I can. They're not great videos. My hydrometer broke. I keep it in a pipe, in a plastic pipe. The pipe slipped out of my hand and the thing broke on me. I've broken a few over the years, and I have a backup, not here. And the homebrew store closed. Well, they weren't closed, but by the time I was done brewing, they were closed. So I can't check the gravity of my new beer or this beer. So I don't know what the alcohol is. But I'll get another one. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, I don't really need to know. So, I do know the original gravity, 1.042. Alright, enough of that. So, here's what this beauty looks like. As I've said in other videos, it's greener than Kermit. So, if you look up Kermit in the Homebrew Dictionary, this is what Kermit would look like. Because it's green and it's not aged, it's young, it's not full of flavor yet. The head was super thick when I poured it. It's died down to about 1/8 of an inch, maybe less. It's the deepest brown you can get without going black. And that's what I wanted. I was aiming for a dark amber ale with a bunch of rich flavors in it. The last 2 batches I made on the 15-gallon system, the all grain. Well, I say 15 gallons. It's 20 gallons, but I was burning 15 gallons. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. This one we'll see. You know, it's smaller batch, it's different yeast. Okay, well, let's see. Now I did dry hop it, but I dry hopped it in the keg. I didn't put it in the fermenter. I was planning on putting the hops in the fermenter for 7 days. I said, screw it, I'm just gonna put them in the keg, because sometimes I do it that way. So they're in the keg right now, and I just charged it about an hour, no, not even an hour ago, maybe a half hour ago, just tapped it, so it's green. I'm already getting just a touch of citrus, actually. Wasn't expecting anything. Light malt, sweet, and citrus. But boy, is it faint. If I wasn't really inhaling, I wouldn't get it. But being the beer's so young, I'm going to sample it now, because I'm really interested in the yeast, how different this is. Wow, I'm not getting a lot of flavors just yet. No, and I don't know if that's the yeast that's being so different, or it's just so green. Let's try another one. It's very light, like all the others I've made with malt extract. A little thin. I'm getting teases of malt and slight candy and slight citrus, but I'm looking for them. So anyway, it's not bad, it's just super young. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep drinking because it's not bad beer, and I'm probably gonna go back to the other yeast if I don't like this one. But I've used 1099 before, long time ago, and I was okay with it. Like I said, I just want to try something different. The method of experiment I used to use is split my wort between two or three fermenters and put a different yeast in each one. Figure out, okay, which one do I like the most, and whichever one I narrow it down to, that's the one I use in the future to brew it. Yeah, still too green. Flavors are just peeking their head, so I'll revisit here in a week or so and see what it's like. But so far, you know, it's not bad. It's drinkable. It's fair. So, okay, well, that's all I have for this homebrew black amber ale, and we'll see what it's like soon. Cheers.